and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So today we're taking a look at how you can take back your power. As always, please only take the messages that resonate for you and leave what isn't yours for someone else, okay? Not all of these messages are going to be just for you, okay? Right, so how can you take back your power? Let's take a look. So I'm going to cut the deck today, because there's a different type of reading. Right. So if you just give me a minute while I sort out your cards, I won't be too long. Okay, right. Your current overall energy is coming out as the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. You also have the Star, Aquarius energy, the Fool, also Aquarius energy. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's the Fool, it's Aries. It isn't, okay? The Fool has always belonged to Aquarius. You've got super strong Aquarian energy right here. You have got Sagittarius energy with the Knight of Wands. You've got another Knight, the Knight of Cups, it's Pisces. Two of Swords, Libra, the Moon. And the Moon is Pisces, okay, because it's the tarot. I do fully appreciate that the Moon is the ruler of Cancers. Some people say that's Cancer and Pisces, but with it being tarot, it is Pisces. But again, if it fits for you, you know, you have free will. You can fit the pieces of the puzzle wherever, right? Three of Cups, that one is Cancerian, okay? Right, so what's going on for you guys right now? The Hierophant is your overall energy, your honor. Your honor with this one. This can be about your spirituality, the religious side of life, and those two things are different. Traditions, conventions, you know, the things that you're expected to conform to. Okay. Conformity, it's one of those words where it's either super good or super bad, okay? You know, there are certain things in life that you have to conform to in order to get along with other people, in order to be part of a civilized society. Therefore, there are certain things that you need to conform to. And then there are going to be other situations in life that you're not going to agree with, and you're not going to conform to certain things, you know? So it's one of those words, isn't it, where it's really iffy as to whether or not it's a positive or a negative. I'm feeling strongly, though, that this one is about your ethics, okay? Your own belief system, the way that you do things, and what is ultimately important to you, and that's what you're holding dear, that's what you're holding close to you. So this could be a topic of loyalty, okay? I don't know yet, because we've not seen enough of the read. Now, these two are coming out in the position of something that you're needing to acknowledge that you're unable to change in your life. Okay, the Fool and the Star. New beginnings. So am I speaking with a fixed sign, or are you dealing with a fixed sign? That's Leo, Taurus, Aquarius and Scorpio. Because the topic of resisting change is coming out, okay? Now again, the zodiac information might not mean anything to you. This is something that is beyond your control. The Fool. New beginnings. Taking that leap of faith. Sometimes in life we are required to take a risk. So something about your situation requires you to take a risk, and you don't know if you should do it or not. Or this could be someone else's energy towards you. With the Star, it's hopes, dreams, renewal, it's healing. It's all about heading in the right direction. You look up to the stars. Perhaps you can't change the fact that other people look up to certain stars, you know, certain famous people, when maybe they shouldn't be looking up to those types of people. So, because I don't know what's going on, I'm needing to clarify this so we can get clear, straight answers, okay? Right, what's going on with the Fool and the Star, please, for our collective? We have clear answers for our collective. What's going on with the Fool and the Star? Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. Okay. It does feel to me, collective, like you're going to be putting your foot down here with something. Okay. This is indicating to me that there is a certain risk that you're going to have to take this month. And it's basically unavoidable. I don't like that word, unavoidable. Especially in the context of, oh, how can you take back your power? You know, you've got an unavoidable situation here that could render people feeling pretty powerless. Okay, so how can you be in your own power throughout a situation that you're powerless to control? It's about self-control. That's how. Okay, you're not going to be able to control others, but you can control yourself. That's where true power lies. So for you to take this calculated risk, this calculated decision, yes, I am going to go do that thing, even though I'm terrified, I don't know what to expect. You know, Spirit's here like, you're going in the right direction, okay? You're onto something. You're definitely onto something. So the fears that are surrounding this, you're going to have to face that. And that can leave you feeling a bit powerless. Of course it can. So that's why you got the Queen of Swords with the King of Wands. Go get them. It's literally the message with that. Yes, absolutely do your research. Yeah. Don't just jump into something new completely blind. Okay. That's not what's being asked of you here. You're being asked to look at this new beginning with optimism. That's why it's with the Star. Look at this new beginning as a path towards your healing, your own self-development here. Okay? I feel as well that with this combination, it has a strong potential that for you to be catapulted into the spotlight here with something, okay? Maybe it's that you're afraid of. Maybe you're a very reserved individual with that Hierophant being your overall energy. You could be a very quiet, reserved person, a very private person. You know, someone who's got strong ethics. And there is this fear as well of being associated with certain other people within that type of community that you don't like. Do you know what I mean? So say, for example, if you're some kind of public figure, but you're trying to remain somewhat anonymous, okay, much like this, you know, a channel on YouTube that doesn't show their face type thing. To put yourself out in the spotlight, that would be taking a huge risk. But perhaps that's what's needed. Perhaps that's what's necessary to catapult you even further. Okay. So again, we're sticking with this Hierophant energy because it's a very strict, very stubborn, very reserved energy. And I feel that that's describing your personality traits. And how something like putting yourself out in the spotlight could be a huge deal for you because of the association with other people who are in the spotlight. You know, you don't want to be an influencer of that kind, but you want to be an influencer of some type. Okay. The Fool with the Star really does strike me as like famous type energy. It genuinely does. But there's something that you're needing to say here, and the world has to hear it, okay? So that's why you're getting this nudge. Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. It's rejecting everything that doesn't work for you, but still being that go-getter. Okay, it's possible you could be putting someone else on ice at this point in time. You could be telling somebody, look, stop contacting me. Okay, there's multiple different energies that's coming through here at the same time. And if you are dealing with multiple situations at the same time, then you are definitely going to have to prioritize. Okay, but Spirit's wanting for you to prioritize this one thing right here. And remembering that you cannot control what other people do. You can only control what you do. Okay. This is where narcissistic individuals keep getting it wrong. Because they keep vying for power and control over others. Where the real power lies within. Real power is power and control over self. Not over others. Your Knight of Wands, this is an instigator. I'm going to say it's an instigator, but again, I don't mean that in the negative context, okay? This is like your catalytic energy. That's what I mean by instigator. Now, the Knight of Wands, very energetic, okay? Very, very charming, very pleasant, and yeah, can be very rebellious. Does absolutely go against the grain in a lot of ways. I feel that Spirit's asking for you to not be so strict or stubborn with yourself and to give yourself a lot more freedom than what you have been. Okay? Because remember your overall energy, the Hierophant. You're being far too strict with yourself. It feels like energetically you've put yourself in a corner and you shouldn't be in the corner. No one else put you there, you put yourself in the corner. It's time for you to come out of the corner. With that Knight of Wands, they're asking for you to be adventurers, to do something completely different, to do something quite unexpected for you. Okay, and that's going to help you to take back your power. This one, this is your challenges. And how you can use your challenges to your own advantage. It's a Two of Swords. It's a bit of a strange one to get on how you can use this challenge to your advantage, because it can indicate something being hidden, like hidden information. It can be confusion. It's like analysis paralysis. Okay. Spirit's asking for you to weigh up all of your options here and to really analyze where it is you're feeling doubtful about your situation. Why are you feeling doubtful about that? But I'm actually getting that you're doubting yourself. You're doubting your own power. You're doubting your own abilities. And Spirit's asking for you to dig deep and find out where that doubt actually comes from. Okay. Now, here's the thing as well. You're not going to be able to have one foot in the situation and another foot out the situation. You're not going to be able to sit on the fence with this. You've either got to be 100% in or 100% out. Okay? This is all about fully investing yourself in this situation. And I feel that for some that this could well be about your career. Okay? For others, a smaller handful of you, you're going to be taking a risk on new love. Okay, for the vast majority, this is doing something within your career that is quite different, quite unexpected, that is going to catapult you into your success. And Spirit's saying, okay, so you can take back your power, analyze where the self-doubt comes from, right? Find the root cause for that. And then once you've done that, you can fully invest yourself into this thing that you've got in your head that you're wanting to try. This risky thing up here. Okay? If you're not fully invested, you will fall flat on your face. I mean, the best example that I can give is YouTube, because I'm on YouTube. You've got to be 100% fully invested in it, unfortunately. And yeah, it does hold you prisoner in a lot of ways, but then any job will do that. Any career will do that to a certain extent. That's why it's vital that if you're going to be investing so much of your life into this one thing, you've got to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? You've got to. There's always going to be hard days, there's always going to be difficult days, but you have to keep in mind that tomorrow's a new day. You know, today will soon pass. It sounds cheesy, but that's what they're telling you here with this Two of Swords, okay? What you must give up in order to receive something else in return, it's the Knight of Cups. Idealism, okay? Now, in a romantic sense, that would be a romantic offering. If you speak in more sort of broad terms, like lifestyle type energies, that would be a very idealistic point of view. And you're being asked to surrender your idealistic point of view, because it's actually working against you. And again, it's just like everything in life. There is a time and a place for everything. There is a time and a place for you to be idealistic and a time and a place for you to be realistic. Spirit's saying you're not going to be able to approach this situation from an idealistic viewpoint. Because again, if it doesn't play out the way that you had imagined it to in your mind's eye, that will render you feeling powerless, which is not good. So if you're approaching it from the angle of realism rather than from the angle of idealism, then you're less likely to be disappointed when it comes down to this exact thing that you're dealing with right here. And again, I can't be specific on what exactly it is you're dealing with right now. Okay, I'm not psychic. And it's going to be different for every single one of you anyway. But you know what it is that you're needing to take this big risk on. You know what it is that you're creating this new beginning within. Okay? You cannot approach it from an idealistic viewpoint, because that will bite you in the ass. How you can make the most out of what's going on? Team up with others, Three of Cups. Teaming up with like-minded individuals. Sharing and exchanging plans. Delegating responsibilities. Working within a group, within a team. If you don't have one, you can create one. You do have that power within you to create a group. Find these people. Okay? This is collaborating with others within a trusted circle. And then your words of encouragement from Spirit, we've already covered this one, is literally to face your fears with the Moon. Okay. Be cautious of any illusions and delusions. Okay. Again, keep it real. Be realistic. This one, it is a cliche that us tarot readers always come out with about trusting your intuition. We don't say it just to fill the airspace. Your intuition is vital. Or your gut instincts, whichever terminology you prefer. You've got to trust in your own gut instincts. Do not overwrite your own instincts, whatever you do. This feels like it's a very complicated situation. It definitely feels like there are very many facets to take into consideration. So that's why we're only really getting the strongest surface level energy. Can you tell us more about the Moon? A few words of encouragement from Spirit, please, for our collective. Thank you. Yeah, the 6 of coins off center. I'm feeling with this one, be noble. Be noble. Don't be afraid to share your knowledge and your experience with others. I feel that I'm speaking to an individual who has got a little bit of a lower self-esteem, where they truly believe that other people are just not going to be interested in what it is that they have to say. And that's simply not true at all. The 2 of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, you're judging yourself far, far, far too harshly. Okay. You could be wanting to teach others. You could be wanting to lead others. But you might feel that you have something missing in order to lead others. So what is it that other people have that makes them effective leaders? Charisma. The Knight of Wands has got charisma by the bucketful. And here's the thing as well about charisma. You can learn it. Yeah. It's not always something that you're either born with or you're not. That's not true. You can learn how to be more charismatic. And a lot of it comes down to listening to others. If you're a good listener, you're very charismatic. And I'm also seeing as well that this 2 of Swords, just to jump back a couple of steps here for a hot minute, it looks like an X. You do have that X factor that everybody bangs on about. It just literally means charisma. You do have that X factor, that thing that makes you stand out from others. But I feel that you might be a little bit too shy in order to fully take advantage of your own X factor, of your own charisma. Nobody's asking for you to go against your own ethics, okay? Your code of ethics is your code of ethics, and it is non-negotiable. Okay, nobody's asking for you to go against your own ethics, not Spirit, not anybody. And here's the thing, as soon as anybody does expect for you to go against your own code of ethics, you'll know straight away that they're not your people, that they're not for you. So obviously you do not give to them people. Okay, you give to the ones who respect that you're going to work within a strict code of ethics. Okay. It's under there. The 5 of Swords. Card of competition. There might well be a lot of competition surrounding what this is that you're wanting to do. There could well be, yes. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that everybody's going to love you, because they quite simply won't. That, you know, there are going to be people out there who will see whatever this is that you're doing. They will try and drag you down. They will compete with you. They will invent reasons to hate on you or to hate you. But ultimately, you're not doing this for them or for their benefit. So you can quite simply forget them. Page of Cups underneath that one. That's good news coming in. I do feel that by you taking this risk, this calculated risk up here, it's gonna be really, really good for you. Really good for you. Even though you might feel intimidated by having to start at the bottom rung of the ladder, as it were. Yeah, that's going to intimidate anybody, no matter how young or how old they are. Of course it would. It might be slightly worse for someone who is a bit older, though, having to start on that bottom rung of the ladder. But eventually you will work your way up. Yeah, you got the 6 of coins underneath that one as well. The same combination keeps coming out, doesn't it? The Hierophant, the 6 of coins, the 2 of swords. I feel that Spirit's telling you that whatever this is that you're wanting to do up here, it is vital. It is absolutely vital. It's going to be very beneficial for society as a whole. Okay. It is going to be very beneficial for the collective. So it's almost as if Spirit's telling you, if you take out your own personal desires out of the equation and focus on the collective, then that would work out better as well. Okay. A better way of saying this, for example, if someone goes along to a job interview because they want to be, they want to work within the police, right? This is just off the top of my head example, the best one that I can think of. And during the interview, the questioner asks, okay, so why do you want to join the police? And the person responds, because I want to arrest all the bad people, because I want to have a gun, because, do you know what I mean? But they're coming out with all of these things that's only going to benefit themselves and that's only going to big themselves up. Do you know what I mean? A better way to answer that question would be, and to genuinely feel it and live it honestly, would be, well, because I believe that I could contribute to making society a better, safer place. So it takes self-interests out of the equation and it replaces those self-interests with the greater collective. Does that make sense? The only reason why I'm saying that is because something about this energy feels very spiritual to me. So if you're doing anything spiritual, then it would absolutely need to be for the collective first and for your own benefit secondary. Okay. That's why it's Hierophant, 6 of coins. Right, let's get you a healing message. What else can you tell us for our collective, please? On how our collective can take their power back. Peace. Peace and bloom. Okay. So I will read both of these out for you so that you can get the full healing messages. Right, so number 16, peace. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that word. I do apologise. I'll give it my best shot. I do apologise if I mispronounce it though. Scholasite. I'm reading that as scholasite. So scholasite and tree agate, peace, patterns and connections. A time of peace is coming your way. Scholasite is an excellent stone to bring peace to relationships and help with improving connections within groups or help with networking with people. Yeah, there's something here that had that consistent overarching theme of you're here to work with other people. And here's the thing, if you're more sort of a reclusive nature, more of an introverted nature, which I highly suspect you are, then having to work with other people is really going to take you out of your comfort zone. And it's going to be the most terrifying thing ever. You may have been experiencing some negativity and are in need of finding inner peace, a place where you can just step away and breathe. You need to take time out for you. Yeah, and put yourself first. Yeah, don't forget to take care of your own needs, okay? You're not being selfish. You need to take care of your own needs. Peace can come from finding your center, just as the scholar site is placed in the center of this grid. Find your center, find your peace. Call upon scholar site when you need to find this peace or are having trouble creating space for yourself. It is especially useful for bringing in calm and peace within a group so you can all work together and in flow. That just reminds me of someone said, I can't remember who it was that said it, but they said the huge difference between introverts and extroverts is introverts feel drained when they're with other people, and extroverts feel fueled and empowered when they're with other people. And, you know, that just really stuck with me. So I'm definitely speaking to a group of introverts here who are finding themselves in a situation where they have to do something with a lot of people a lot of the time, you know, work with people day in, day out, and they're just feeling constantly drained and exhausted. So yeah, in those situations, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you sort of disconnecting for a bit so you can take time in your own space and, you know, refuel in your own space. Coupled with tree agate, like a circle tree of protection, this grid can instill a sense of security and strength to face any situation you may be experiencing. Be the scholar site in the center of a ring of protection and find your inner peace again. When you find your center, you will know, as you will feel grounded and strong, and your mind will be clear, enabling you to stand your ground and most of all feel peace. When you feel and radiate peace from within you, it will attract peace around you. Sometimes you need to let go of controlling what's happening around you and shift your energy to within. Okay, and then you've got Cedarite, bloom in transition and motivation. Cedarite, or the cherry blossom stone, is a unique stone from Japan. It starts off as a mineral, but when it's naturally hydrothermically altered, it turns into a mica and then becomes cedarite. What makes it special is it looks like the cherry blossoms of Japan. These stones are tiny. The centerpiece of this grid is just 4 millimeters wide. Wow. You don't need to be big to blossom. You don't need to be big to blossom. You have undergone massive changes that can only happen under the right circumstances and have come through the other side stronger and shining a radiance that is seldom seen. Just like the beauty of the cherry blossom, when we bloom, we all bloom together. We are beautiful, breathtaking even. Something draws us in that we can't stop looking at, and while each cherry blossom is beautiful on its own, when seen as a whole, in the different stages of growth, it is something to behold. The bloom indicates all the work you have put in to change who you are as a spiritual, emotional, and physical being. It may have been a time of great pressure or emotion, but the stress has paid off. You're now through and ready to show the world what you have to offer. Like cherry blossoms, cedarite is incredibly delicate and can be crushed between the fingers. The Japanese sometimes coat them to preserve their beauty. A single flower only gets the chance to bloom once, but every time you go through a transition, you can bloom again, again, and again, and again, especially when you know how it worked out for you the last time. You might welcome upheaval and transition when you understand that things do work out for the best. So I think the most valuable part of that message there was about how you don't need to be huge in order to blossom. So it's like you don't need to be super famous or super well known in order for your message to get across, you know, in order for you to be effective at what it is that you do. Try not to look at, I mean, again, YouTube's classic example. Try not to look at views and subscriber counts as points of reference for success, because ultimately it isn't. Okay, you would have heard me say it time and time again. YouTube is a lottery game. It is totally run by AI. And whether or not they pick your numbers, that's going to dictate whether or not you get seen. It's the lottery's game. I've said it time and time again, okay? As long as what you're doing has meaning and purpose, then the right people are going to find you. You don't need to be huge to blossom. Okay, so I'm going to conclude this read with a card from one of the naughty decks. As always, if you're allergic to swearing or sarcasm, then you just don't have to listen, okay? It's just a bit of light-hearted fun at the end of the read. What's going on, Forever Collective, please? Thank you. Yeah, I did suspect that you'd get this one. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Yeah, your perspective is everything. Get grateful, get grateful, get grateful. If you're looking for answers, the easiest fix to any problem is to start with gratitude. Look around and name something that's awesome. Do you have a truly amazing cat? Fuck yeah, what's awesome about that cat? Aren't you glad it's alive? Or do you hate cats and not have one? Isn't it amazing that you don't have to live with one of those furry little creeps? Okay, now keep going. Yeah, your perspective is everything. It's absolutely everything. So that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then the information for personal reading bookings can be found in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.